Well, I never thought I would ever have to do anything like this, but unfortunately, the day has come. Up until this point, I have only ever taken down one video from any of my YouTube channels, and it was a video discussing my thoughts on the Mach-E, and it was primarily because it got so much hatred and criticism to the point where I think I had to agree with them, and I decided, you know what? Yeah, it actually was a bad video. So I decided to take it down. And that was years ago, but now I have to unlist a whole bunch of other videos. They're still technically up, but you guys are not going to be able to see them anymore, and that's because something has gone on behind the scenes that it hurts me more than you guys. It's not your guys' fault. It's not because of any criticism or anything, but the reason why I had to take these down was because these videos had featured someone who was close to me, who I considered to be my best friend, and it was May 7th. I had gotten a text from that friend who had ghosted me for about a year. I've been trying to get in contact with him for literally a year, and I've had no response. I did phone calls, I did text messages, and he's infamous for not charging his phone, so as a result, he doesn't get half the time, so it makes sense that, yeah, he wouldn't be able to necessarily take my calls or send texts back to me ASAP, but the fact that this had gone on for a whole year, I was kind of wondering if something was up, and then finally May 7th, he sent me a text that I can't believe, but to sum it up, for a very big portion of my life, he's been lying to me. And he openly admitted that in a text. It wasn't until literally I had to reach out to one of his friends to see if he was okay because, again, he ghosted me for an entire year. He wasn't responding to me, so I reached out to one of his friends, and I guess it took that to finally get him to respond, but apparently he's been lying to me for I don't know how long, a very significant portion of our friendship, which is years. Me and this guy, we go back to since kindergarten. That's when I first met him, young in grade school. And yeah, we weren't exactly the most compatible in terms of a great friendship. We told each other stories. We shared our frustrations, mostly me, because, well, just because he let me. But I mean, he's even shared me his frustrations as well, at least to an extent, I guess, because evidently he's been hiding more frustrations from me than I knew. But the point is, we knew each other for a long time, and we were friends for a very long time. And unfortunately, I don't know how much any of that friendship really was true. And at this point, I feel a bit scared and slightly manipulated because, for one, it's a whole separate video, but it talks about my experience with grade school in general. I'm out of grade school now, thank goodness, but it's really a separate video that I should dive into, but in this video, I wanted to just address my unlisting the videos, but I don't know where to go with this. I'm still processing these emotions and these feelings about what exactly just happened, but all I know is I'm slightly angry. I'm slightly scared because I shared so much. I opened up so much to this guy because we were friends since kindergarten. What wouldn't you share with your best friend, right? And at this point, it's almost a betrayal, to be honest, but at the same time, I also feel guilty because parts of me feel like now I've taken advantage of him because, well, I've told him all of my troubles and I've gotten him into things that I'm interested that he's not. And I feel guilty about that. I'm still trying to process all of these emotions and trying to figure out what the heck has been going on for the past majority of my life, basically. Of course, we were close friends. A big part of what we did together was we filmed a bunch of YouTube videos, especially on the original channel. It was mostly me and him, actually, at least the first half of the many years I've been on YouTube. But at this point, I've decided, out of respect for him, I've decided to unlist the videos that he's featured in purely out of his respect, because the majority of what I got from that final text he sent to me in his "I've been lying to you" text, for the most part, he wants nothing to do with me anymore. And so if that's the case, I think out of respect, it is best that I unlist these videos from YouTube. It's not because of you guys. It's not because of drama between me and the community. that I've built up for how many years. It's primarily because I think the right thing to do in this instance is if he wants to no longer be associated with me, then I will unlist my videos in respect for him. That is the ultimate reason why I have unlisted a bunch of videos, and especially the podcast channel. That was a podcast mostly of me and him. I've completely just decided to... The channel's still up, but you will not find any content on that. I have completely unlisted every bit of content on that. Even the content where I feature guests, actually, but that's because I find them to be cringy episodes and they're not worth watching, to be honest. Yeah, my podcast channel, the Random Alpha Podcast, there's no more content on there. About half of my earlier videos have been unlisted at this point because they featured who I thought was my best friend, to be honest. And I've also deleted a few videos on the Gadgets channel and various other channels where he's made a couple of videos to support my channel, and it's sad for me to do this because some of the videos we did, they were fun times. I had fun doing a lot of our competitions that we did together. I'm not sure how much of that was real anymore, to be honest. I'm still processing this information. I know a month later, but the guy who I thought was my best friend, the guy who stuck around for me for how many years, just ghosts you for a full year basically, and then comes out and just says that he's been lying to me for the entire time. I don't know how to process that. But in terms of here on YouTube, what I can do to rectify this whole thing on YouTube, I think unlisting these videos is the best choice. If you're wondering why maybe one of your favorite videos has been removed from the channel, that's why. So ultimately at the end of this, if you guys know who I'm talking about, because some of my earlier viewers will definitely know who I'm talking about. He's never done a face reveal, which I guess really worked out for his benefit, so it keeps his anonymity. But he's never done a face reveal, never done a name reveal. If you guys actually do know who he is in person, don't harass him over this. I never promote harassment on any of my channels and any other off-platform channels as well. Yes, he's wronged me to an extent. I kind of feel guilty because I feel like in a sense I've wronged him too for depriving him of who he really is, I guess. I'm not entirely sure who he is at this point anymore because he's definitely not who I thought he was. Yes, he's wronged me by lying to me, and I take lying very seriously. And at this point, if he were to reach out and ask me for something or ask me for a favor, or I don't know if I can trust him again. I don't think I can, because this was years of lying to me. But don't harass him for it. Sometimes good people do bad things because they just don't know what the best answer is. They'll do what they think is the right thing when ultimately it is not. And I think that was the case for my friend here, my former friend. Actually, I think he thought lying to me about who he was, I think he thought that really was the best thing to do in terms of keeping our relationship together, whatever was left of it, I guess. It's still ultimately the wrong decision. I'm pretty sure he knows that, but don't harass him over this, because we've all made bad mistakes. We've all done bad things before. No one's perfect, and my friend does not deserve to get harassed because of his bad decision. I have no more to talk about on this subject of unlisting the videos because of this former friend and this whole lying to me issue. I hope this explains a lot for you guys, because I've unlisted a lot of videos at this point. About a quarter of the original channels, about a quarter to a third of those videos have been unlisted. The entire podcast is gone at this point because there's really nothing left I can salvage out of it. And I've deleted a few videos on the Gadgets channel and the vlog channel, and this hurts. Not gonna lie. I hope you guys never go through something like this. I hope you never have friends who lie to you like this, because no one deserves it. Don't lie to your friends. I did everything I could to be as honest and truthful with him. I've tried to support him in however I could as well, because that's what friends do. They build each other up. That's not what happened here. I hope you guys don't ever have to go through something like this. I guess some final words to, I don't even know if he watches any of my content anymore, but I guess final words I have for my friend. I hope you moved on to happier things, and all I can do is just wish the best for you. If there's anything that was true that, well, if there's anything that was true about our friendship, I enjoyed those bits. And at this point, I guess I just have to say goodbye and good luck. Thanks for watching.